way of the tread, then we can trim it back. But in all cases, no matter what we're trimming, it's important that we trim it correctly and not leave it looking either like a coat hanger or like a pruned hedge or something like that. So there's a few important points. When you're removing something, let's say the trail tread is here, and I know that I need to remove this, you kind of want to go back to the next joint, and generally back further than you actually need to, because if I trim this right here, then next season it's going to be right here again. I want to go back a little ways so that I get it off the trail, but also so that it's healthy for the plant. So you go back to the next major junction. So here I've got a branch that's coming up. If I cut this right here, if I cut it flat towards the trail, it's going to be really obvious that there's a cut, but at least it's a little far back in the vegetation. It's even better if you angle the cut slightly down so that it doesn't show quite as much, if that's possible. Now, 99% of the time it's pretty easy to do this. 10% of the time you're going to be like, that's a little bit of a challenge, and then 1% of the time you're like, okay, that just isn't going to work. And I totally understand if that's going to be the case, but try as hard as you can to get it back, at least cut to where you really won't be able to see the cut. If I go all the way back to where this branch joins this larger branch, any cut's going to be obscured by this little bush here. It's good for the plant because I'm trimming right at that junction. It's going to scab over really well so the plant doesn't have any chance of getting disease. It also removes the material from the trail as efficiently as possible, and it looks best. So then you just get back there, and off it goes. This needs to go down slope. If I toss this up a hill and there's a big windstorm, it's just going to blow across the trail. So I need to make sure, get it well off the trail and down slope. I'm not a very good thrower, but...
And she isn't, believe me.
So now you can't even tell that I trimmed that tree. It doesn't look like somebody's been through here during trail work. So often what I see is something that looks like that. And that looks, for some people they never notice it. For people like me, they walk by and they go, and it disturbs our trail experience. And I'm a landscape architect, so trail experience is very important to me. So in this case, if I was trimming that branch, I would have come back to this major branch here and cut it there. Now, that's you can still see that, but it's not going to be obvious from the trail.
Well, not that long, though.
Yeah, and it's not going to be visible for that long.
Yeah, a couple months, you won't
It
even
also...
know.
You can go ahead and go by me if you like. You can go by me if you like. May stop again. Yeah, you did.